So welcome back to another video. This one here is another path on 7.3. This one is 7.3.3, as you will see from the thumbnail. The main nodes to worry about here is the do you bleed, and it also has the paradox effect in this one. So the way that you gain the paradox charges on this one is that if either champion throws a special attack, and until you get to 3 charges, your their power gain will be quite heavy. So as you can see here, I'm getting Quake to the special 2. The only way to remove the paradox on this path is to intercept. So they do have the nodes to make them more aggressive in terms of dashing and heavy attacks. Sometimes it helps, sometimes you think that you've got an opportunity to intercept and then they'll give you a little fake and backdraft and kick the crap out of you. Do you bleed's a little bit annoying with any champion, but like Nick or maybe Hitmonkey or something like that, where obviously they are the main damage contenders in terms of bleed, and on this one you can only do damage from either bleed damage or hitting them into the block. For 6.2.6, I think it was, which had the champion boss, was probably one of the last times I saw do you bleed, apart from an AQ. I think most people just ran through it with Corvus hitting the block, but obviously I would not advise to do it with the amount of health that these champions get. The main thing here is my 6-star rank 3. What I'm going to do here is, where I can, try and keep the paradox charges to around 6 to 7. It gives me a chance to do a few intercepts and stuff if I really need to. But where I can, I'm going to be mainly just trying to do a parry and then 4 light attacks if I'm not getting any intercepts in. So as you can see here, I preempted a couple of attacks. They've not actually come where I thought that they would have done because of the aggressive AI. Well, I say aggressive in air quotations. And they've just not come for it, and then yeah, they've kind of backdrafted me or just smacked me in the face myself. So here I'm just trying to get a couple of intercepts off nice and quick against this green goblin. And yeah, just 4 light attacks where I can. I did end up throwing this special 2 just because I was like, let's go for it. There, if you really wanted, while he was stunned, you can kind of stay maybe 2 spaces away and throw 4 light attacks, and the final light attack that does the gunshot, which does the heavy bleed damage, would have hit the green goblin, and it would have been the only hit that did for the power, but just decided it wasn't worth it. And here, as you can see, I'm just taking these hits now. So the good thing, well, the good thing and bad thing about green goblin is a lot of when he's duped, he affects how much power you gain. So you don't need to really worry about this, especially using, say, someone like Nick. It's just about making sure you always end in the combos with a light attack if you can. If you aren't going for these intercepts, because like I'm on 7 paradox charges now, praying that he doesn't throw another special for the moment. Because what I want him to do is throw the special 2 nice and early like now, and then it gives me basically a full bar of power to be able to play about with to get a couple of intercepts to bring them paradox charges down a little bit. So yeah, here, go a bit adventurous here. Decide that, yeah, my next set of bleed damage will definitely finish them off. I saw them on 1% of a special 3, so I was like, right, throw a special 3, they'll be on the ground, and then they'll also take the bleed damage while they're on the ground, so they can't then throw the special 3 to instantly reply. And that's the way it worked. If I'd have taken a special 3 to the face there, then I would have been in trouble because I would have lost all of Nick's decoy, and I would have started the next set of fights on like 1 HP because then I wouldn't have been able to heal back to full before the fight finished in the actual real Nick phase. So Cap Infinity War here, he's fine. There's nothing really too serious about Cap. The main thing to just remember, and you're already seeing it going wild on the screen already, is that the fact that he can glance all the time. surprised. To be honest, I'm very surprised Kabam haven't just stuck an Ant-Man or a Storm on this path for that same reason. And by Storm, I mean Storm Pyramid X. Just for the whole glancing concept of the only way you can do damage is to put bleeds on them and they have the chance to glance and not take the bleed damage. So I was quite surprised that didn't happen. You can see here this Cap is very keen on throwing heavy attacks. Part of the node, obviously the aggression, dash and heavy. But they're not hard fights, even with Nick in his first life even. So his damage isn't like the best it can be. I'm not boosted in any way. It's just a rank 3 duped Nick Fury. Yeah, I'm just trying to beat the special 2 here now. And I believe in a second I'm going to need to start going for some intercepts again. Ideally, like I said before in that Green Goblin one, I kind of want to make sure they throw a special just after they've hit the bar of power, so it gives me a lot of room to be able to get quite a few intercepts like that there. Just before they throw another one, because then I can get rid of loads of the paradox charges before I gain one back. Here, Doc Ock. I don't mind special 1 or special 2 here. A lot of people aren't that good at dexing Doc Ock special 2. They usually get hit by either the second rock or the third because they just mistimed it. I don't normally mind. I mess up the heavy animation there. It's normally just 1 dash back, but for whatever reason I decided to do 2. And yeah, so Doc Ock here is just going to throw special 1s. It's good for some champs that they throw special 1 so much, but like on this path for example, if you can just make them throw special 2s, then your paradox charges will last so much longer. Because if they do so many special 2s, they have 9 special 2s or they have 9 special 1s, and they're always going to get obviously the 9 special 1s first. So he catches me with a weird combo. Bad play from me. But it does mean that we're now in the real Nick phase, and as you can see there, the moment these bleeds start hitting from the light attacks, the damage just goes crazy. The bleeds, to say these champs have got like 400k health, the amount of damage that these bleeds do is absolutely ridiculous. It's like 12k I think I saw there, pretty sure it was 12k. Like, no champ should be able to do this. He just walks through, absolutely walks through that Doc Ock as soon as they put me into the real Nick phase. And yeah, so we're coming up to the last section's worth of fights now. So we have this Overseer, and we also have Mysterio. So next up here, the Overseer. There's nothing difficult about the Overseer in terms of champion whatsoever. He's just, once he's thrown a special attack, on the second light attack I think it is of the combo, or second hit, he will always auto block you like that. So you've just got to be careful of that. Obviously Nick's fine because he's immune to the auto blocks, so he can't be stunned, especially from obviously once you're in the second life. You don't need to worry about it. But yeah, so as you can see here, every single time he auto blocks on the second attack. So it's just something to watch out for. But the fight's so quick, like, it's ridiculous. I don't even know how many hits that is. It's like 30 hits or something, but what, 25 of them didn't do any damage whatsoever. There's only 1 hit that did the damage, and then the bleeds just tick the rest down. So here on this Mysterio, the main aim is just to do the light attacks. I think it's either 3 or 4 paradox charges to play with. So the main aim is to just try and not let him throw a special 1. Just try and hold my block maybe enough so that he goes all heavy happy like he normally does. There, annoyingly, he decided to throw the special 1. So now it's just a waiting game because I need to wait for this reflection gas or reflection phase, whatever it is, to disappear. And then throw another light ending combo, and there we go. Mysterio down. So that's another path done. Nick Fury bossed it. Thank you very much for watching.